Well, it was dead air for the DJ. Sounds like a good album title. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's a beautiful Coburg morning here at the world headquarters of Marathon Coach. And here we are, episode 113. It's time for another remodel story. You've seen it before on Marathon Mondays with Mal. We had Rick and Linda with their coach. And of course, Natalie and Murray with their coach. I guess Rick and Linda's was named Charlie, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure what Murray and Natalie's coach. Murray, I know you're probably watching, so weigh in. What is your coach called? Anyway, remodel stories are one of the most popular things that we profile on Marathon Mondays because the chassis, the Prevost chassis, is designed, if well maintained, to go for decades. And a marathon house build for over 30 years has been designed to mirror that and also go for decades. So here we are 20 years later with Coach 557. .557 already has a name, Jack, as in hit the road, Jack. And if you noticed, that's right, Marathon Coach number 557 is a 40-footer. One of the more desirable things out there are those 40-footers. If you're going to remodel, some people love the no slides, riveted, stainless, and 40 feet. The Schneider family has driven it all the way out from their home. Got to spend some time with them last week, and they have been generous enough for giving us the time to show it on Marathon Mondays. So a big thanks to them and a big thanks to you for watching. I'm excited about this, and I know that a lot of you are, because remodels are, we really get to see what a 20-year-old marathon looks like, and then what the marathon service centers, whether it be Florida, Texas, or here at the mothership in Coburg, really what we can do as a company. We have some of the best people working on this project, and so I'm really excited about it. We've got Todd and Mickey with me this morning, so the sun is out. Let's head on inside. But before we do, Todd showed you at the top of the show. Take a look at this. Now, Todd, do you call that a pinstriping?
It reminds me of a pinstriping design.
Your father is a West Coast pinstripe guy, so if Howard is out there watching, what do you think? That's really pretty. I love how the detail of that. And you know what I like? I love this big, old-school Prevost emblem. Anyway, as you can see, the paint has really held up well on Coach 557. We're going to head inside, and I'm going to give you a tour. The reason we're going to do this is, hey guys! The reason we're going to do this is because we're going to show you the before shots. And then probably sometime in the, probably month and a half that it takes to remodel 557, also known as Jack. We'll show you kind of in between, and then we'll show you Jack's reveal after the remodel. So let's head on inside. All right. Emery watching down in Texas. All right, I'm going to step right in here. I'm going to get into a little bit of the details on what's happening with the remodel, what they have chosen to do. I was talking with Kurt Nelson here at our service department earlier. I know Alan Christensen is involved. I'm really excited for this family. They came all the way out here and have entrusted us to do the remodel. So here we are. We're going to start right here in the salon. We'll come back and talk about the cockpit. First of all, this sofa, look at that. I love seeing this. We won't look over all the details, but Steve seems to be very, very detailed. And if you look right here, Todd, what does that say? Get right up in there. Hit the road jack. That's right. So that's pretty cool. This sofa, they're actually going to redo this sofa, all new upholstery, all new padding. It's going to be completely rebuilt here at Marathon. So that will be really nice. A little update to the upholstery. In the demolition has already started, as you can see over here, to reveal some of the Wayne's wall. I believe they're going to be doing some work on that over there. Excuse me. Into the galley. Actually, while you're right there, let's look at the ceiling right where you are. So what's going to happen here is the mirrors are going to go away, and these panels are going to be rewrapped in leather. I believe it's leather, and they're going to coordinate that with this here. All along here on both sides of the coach, they're going to be rewrapped. That will really update the ceiling. LED lights are already in here. That's really nice. But these sconce lights, sconces? Sconce lights. That's a horrible thing to say. It's like really hard to say. These are very large. I mean, this reminds me of the Olympics, you know, holding the torch. Look how large that is. They're a little bit dated, but look, they've held up quite well. They're coming out. So you won't have these large sconces hanging on the walls. In here into the galley, look at how good the cabinetry and the countertops look in this galley. Take a look at that, Todd. The counters, the cabinetry. 20 years later, it's really held up. Feel free to ask some questions. Feel free to let us know where you're watching from. And also, don't forget, everybody, go to Marathon Mondays with Mal on Facebook and like my page. I've got a lot of content coming to you daily. I'm throwing stuff out there daily. Okay, so as you can see, this is going to be a booth-style dinette right here. Not quite sure what they're going to do with the Wayne's Wall cabinetry over here. I know that was in question, and not sure about this light right here, but it's going to be a booth-style dinette. I think that's really fantastic for a family to have. Cabinetry just looks so good in this coach. This coach was well taken care of. Exciting, exciting. The floor looks really good, but I believe, and where Todd is currently standing with the camera rig, is carpet. And what the Schneiders told me they're going to do is they're going to do this black tile all the way to the front of the cockpit. So it's going to be a black tile instead of the carpet. I think they're going to remodel it all the way to do black tile. All right. Well, here's where the refrigerator goes, or went, because it's not there right now. A big hole, and Kurt Nelson was just telling me about they're going to put a residential-sized refrigerator in there. That's going to look really nice. And then over on this side, I believe above their espresso machine is going to be storage, shelving. So that's going to be good to give them extra space for storage. You've got lots of storage down here. So as you see, this floor extends all the way in here. Black floor means a black toilet, a black commode. So they're going to go with a more low profile, smaller commode instead of the white one. And I believe for the most part, because it's in such great shape and it's a good floor plan utilized, 40 feet, no slides. You do not feel cramped as I'm standing here in the bathroom. Good size shower. Washer, dryer stacked in here. And you have a closet too. Okay, so let's get into the bedroom. New pedestal. As you can see, Steve already ripped out the floor. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do, if they're going to do carpet or if they're going to do the black tile all the way through the coach. But demolition has already started on the flooring. So there's going to be a new bed pedestal. The bed originally was a forward facing. I think a lot of you have seen it before, where the headboard would be up here and the bed would be facing this way, and you could walk around each side. Somewhere in its life, the previous owners had it set up like this. I prefer it like this myself too. There's a lot of space, and I'll show you in just a minute how it allows for some other things to go on if you have the bed like this in an older coach.
Hey Mel.
Yes.
We've got an interesting question from Robert Joyce. Is there an option to reuse items that came out of one coach for another to cut cost?
That's a good Robert Joyce, a good friend from Virginia Beach, I believe. Robert, thank you so much for always watching, and that's a very good question. What Robert's asking is, when you take things out of a coach, can they be reused? I think just like when you remodel a home, some items can. Let me show you what I mean real quick. Take a look at these lights. These lights are going to be taken out, both of these lights. They probably add a lot of reading or a lot of light for your bedroom, but they might be a little dated from style, and also you might hit your head. Depending on your taste, these are going to go. I do know in this coach. These could probably get reused somewhere in either someone's home or another coach or what have you. Cabinetry, questionable. It's questionable if you can reuse cabinetry because every marathon is unique. We've never built two coaches alike in the 30 plus years of building beautiful marathons. So would something else work in another coach? Probably not from a cabinetry standpoint, but appliances, TVs, lighting, some of that stuff maybe could apply. So good question, Robert. Thank you for always watching. I love it when people like that contribute to our show. So yeah, new pedestal for the Schneider's bed back here. And they're also back here, Todd, if you can kind of peek over the bed. What they're going to do is they're going to put a whole bank of storage. A whole bank of drawers back here. And you've got storage here and storage here. For those of you who know, this whole area back here used to be storage. It actually was a carousel style for clothing. And also another thing that they're working on is they're gonna figure out how to do a television back here. They're not big TV watchers. So they are going to put a TV back here, whether it be for the news or for a movie occasionally. But they're trying to figure out, and Kurt Nelson and I were talking about it this morning, what do you guys think they should do? You could do like an angled cabinetry where the TV is always facing here. But then you would lose this storage right here. Okay? So what I think is I would put a TV here with an articulating arm that comes out and swivels. When you need it, it's there. When you don't, it pops up against this wall and sits flush, so you can still use this cabinet right here, which I would not want to lose my storage if I didn't have to. Aesthetically, of course, the cabineted in angled TV that faces from here out would always look better than anything, but if you had to have a TV, the articulating arm might just work for you.
We have another good question.
Yeah, Todd.
Jake Brake, how long is it going to take to redo the whole coach?
Well, that's a very good question. I think that's it all depends on the question from Jake Brake, another contributor who's always watching. Thanks for watching, Jake Brake. I think one of the things that really stands out when you do a remodel is when you get into it, what are the unknowns that you find? Because you got to consider, this is a 20-year-old coach. Are they going to find things that need to be repaired along the way? Are they going to, Alan Christensen, employee number one, you guys know him well. He's involved in the remodel of this coach. So cabinetry, what cabinetry is available and from a laminate standpoint, textiles from that standpoint. But I think for the most part, the customers have given us a targeted date, and according to all accounts, we are able to reach that goal. I think Marathon Service Department always does a great job of when a customer says, I have to have it by this because I want to hit the road and get to Branson, Missouri, or I want to head on down to Outdoor Resorts Indio or Motor Coach. We do a very good job of meeting that timeline that the customers need us to meet. So good question, Jake Brake. This coach also has one of my favorite things in a coach right now are this style of the Roman shades. We've seen them in many coaches. Recently we saw them in 1291. The Roman shades, in my opinion, are so good at blocking out not only a lot of light, but they're really good at blocking out the heat. And so Roman shades 20 years ago, still one of the more popular features because, hey, some things don't need to be recreated. Pocket door in here too. You gotta love that. You can shut off the galley with a pocket door. Good storage throughout. 40-footer. No slides. Even with no slides, it seems adequate from a space standpoint. I'm excited to see these sconce lights go away. We'll send them back to the Olympics. These it's a silly joke. I know I'm running amok. Maybe you'll get a picture of me running with them. But yeah, the Schneiders were telling me that Alan Christensen sitting down on this couch, and Alan is a good 6'1", 6'2" if he had his Wheaties in the morning. He almost hit his head, I believe, on this light. Wrap this in leather, wrap these in leather, get the mirrors out. These mirrors up here, they're not just styled. Look at this. You've got storage up here. These are going to be wrapped. The mirrors are going away, and we're going to update them. I believe they're going to either be cabinetry or leather wrapped. I'm not quite sure what the owners picked. The previous owner put a beautiful Recaro driver's seat in here. But and I mean, that's an expensive, very nice Italian race seat in a 40-foot Prevost. Bottom line is, it doesn't fit the new owner's likes or tastes. So they're going to take that out. I believe they're going to sell it. So if anyone who wants a really nice truck Recaro seat, let me know. This guy right here is going out, and they're going to put in a new one. And I believe Kurt Nelson was just telling me they're going to redo the upholstery on this seat. I'm excited about it because this is a seat that to me reminds me of Star Trek. I have not really sat in this and played with the buttons, and it looks extremely comfortable. And then I believe this is Cole's seat over here. He probably has the most comfortable seat in the bus. Fantastic. But with the dash, I'm going to sit in here. I haven't sat on here. Good visibility. I'm excited for them. Well, anyway, that's it pretty much, everybody. Mickey, do we have any comments or questions?
We have lots of people with great ideas about how to take care of any TV issues. We have greetings from across the country.
Greetings from across the country. And
well, across North America.
No, across North America, absolutely. And a lot of people weighing in probably with what people should do on the remodel. Yeah, it's and that's another thing, you know. It's exciting for us to be able to profile it, but also exciting for the family who's probably watching this morning also. So a big thanks to them for allowing us to come into their 40-foot home and talk about the future of it. Anything else, Mickey, going on out there in comment world?
The greetings just keep pouring in.
Okay, good deal. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Should we head outside and get one more shot, Todd, of this exterior? Okay, let's do it.
We did have a comment about how great the air horns are.
Oh, the air horns, yes. I see my man Pat Oberg is watching. A good friend of the show, that's for sure. 20 years later, look at how we talk about it a lot. But one of the things that really stands out to me is I talk about it and how these things hold up and all of that stuff. But here's a good example. 20 years later, down the road for 20 years, and here it is back at where it was built, going to be remodeled in the same building that it was built in. Look at that paint. It has held up. It looks great. If you take care of your Marathon, this is what can happen 20 years later, and it can be ready for the next family. I'm really excited for this family, and I'm excited for all of us to be able to see it. So stay tuned on that. Speaking of staying tuned, I know that Todd's working on the trailer episode. A lot of you have been hitting me up on that. The trailer of $12.91, that's an exciting thing, and we got to spend some time with the owner, Bernie V, and we are going to have a tour of that trailer and talk about one of the most customized trailers you've ever seen or never seen yet, because the episode's not out yet. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. Be yourself and do good things. Keep coming with the comments and the emails. If I didn't get to your email, don't take it personally. Keep sending them. Other than that, go to Facebook. Type in Marathon Mondays with Mal and like my page. I'm putting out content every day, content that you will not see here. So interact with me, and if you're looking to buy a marathon, I'm your guy. So email me, malw@marathoncoach.com. Be yourself and do good things. I'm going to go get some Elmer's crispy bacon. Extra crispy. No coffee. No coffee. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.